Hello, beauties. Here's Nisha here, back at ya. So we can get a little conversation going. So I can talk to you about the proper shampoo for different types of hair issues and scalp issues. What shampoo is right for those situations that you come across when it's time to shampoo your hair, excuse me, but you're not getting the results that you were looking for. So I did do a short, what is it called? Like a little short video on YouTube, and I did give a little information about the proper use of shampoo and the different types of shampoo. I didn't add to that. So I want to go over that today with you on the proper shampoo for the different situations that you should use. Okay, so let's go over again that shampooing your hair is fundamental. It is a part of hair care. You can't skip your shampoo and expect to have good results at the end of your style. Okay, using the right shampoo and techniques can make a big difference. Your hair will react, um, not in a good way when you use the wrong shampoo, especially if you're having some issues with your hair. The underlying issues need certain care, and so certain shampoos need to be able to attack that. So for instance, if your hair is dry, there's certain shampoo for dry hair. If it's damaged, there's certain shampoos to use for damaged hair. If your hair is oily, there's certain shampoos to use for oily hair. Color treated, there's certain shampoos for color treated and gray hair as well. And so that's kind of what I want to go over today. All right. So start by thoroughly wetting your hair is how you get started with shampooing. Okay. You want to use warm, tepid water to open up the cuticles. You don't want to use cool water. You will not open up your cuticle. You want to be able to open the cuticle of your hair strand so that you'll be able to get the nutrients that your hair needs to fill in those gaps, so that when you go to blow dry and style your hair, you'll get the best results because it has what it needs in it. Okay. And so apply a small amount of shampoo to your scalp and gently massage it in with your fingertips, not your nails. So your scalp is also a part of your shampoo process. If your scalp is not clean, then your hair's not going to be clean. So hand in hand, in your scalp to your hair is where shampoo should go. Shampoo, okay? And so a small amount, that's kind of vague, right? But what we learned when I was going to school, and it still applies today, is a small amount is a dime size, meaning an actual dime, money, the coin, a dime size. You start off with a dime size. You rub it in there, okay? And then separate the hair. That's what I do. Put it on the scalp. Separate, excuse me, on one side, put it in your scalp. Separate the other side, and then massage, okay? And then pull it out to your ends, okay? It's okay if it does not sud. It's okay if it does not sud up. The second shampoo, the second one will bring those suds to surface, and then you'll be able to see and cleanse out all of the dirt and the debris that may have been on your hair throughout the week or weeks. Okay. And so you're going to use your fingertips and not your nails. I know when I'm was shampooing clients, their scalps would be so itchy. And there's many reasons. I can get into a whole nother recording about that. But their scalp would be itchy. And it wouldn't be because they're allergic to the product. It would be because of things that they were not doing properly as been told to them to do. Okay. And so when they wanted me to use my nails to scratch their scalp, and it really was not the best thing to do because that irritates the scalp and it plumps it up with sores. Okay. And so then it is the abrasiveness brings whelps. Okay. But there were they wouldn't be able to last if they did not get a good shampoo. So I would just really scrub with the balls of my fingertips right below my nail and just give a scrub, a real good scrub continually in those spots, back and forth, back and forth. And that's what you could do if you're doing it at home. Okay. Not the nails. Okay. The balls of your fingertips. Okay. The balls of your fingertips. And so focus on the scalp first, where oil and dirt accumulate, and let the shampoo cleanse the lengths as it rinses out. Okay. And then here are the several types of shampoo tailored to the different hair needs. One, clarifying shampoo. Deep cleanse to remove buildup and residue is what clarifying shampoo does. It deep cleanses. Okay. And it's great for occasional use, especially if you use lots of styling products. Now, emphasis on great for occasional use. So if you do not use 1 week a whole lot of product, we're talking about for some women might use a lot of gels or a lot of um pomades. I'm thinking of like wax, for different styles maybe. If you don't do that weekly or all the time, you're not always going to need clarifying shampoo, because clarifying shampoo can it takes away the oils. So if you have an overabundance of oils, it's good, and it gets you to where you have your normal uh oil balance still left in there after it lifts the excess off. But if you do not have oily hair from product abuse, then or over usage or consistent usage, you don't need it. It will strip the oils, the natural oils, from your scalp. So you don't need it. Okay. So you have to know. Um, that's why you go to a professional to get your hair done. It's not just picking out shampoos and conditioners all willy-nilly. Like, there are reasons for it. And there's a stop that happens sometimes that needs to happen. And your hair might need something else. When you want all these different new hairstyles, it takes different products for it to happen. And then sometimes these products are water soluble and some are not. And so you might think because you use these products for this different hair type, but you don't know what the products really are. You don't know what their base is, and so you don't know by the feeling sometimes. So that takes a professional. And that's why a hair stylist, a cosmetologist, is licensed for a reason, because we do take our skill to a level of understanding where we go to classes and we learn the make and the way hair does with water, with products, and on with even with medication. Like, we are doctors for hair. Okay, we are hair doctors. So I want to say that if you're getting the clarifying shampoo on your own, be very careful. Be very careful. Consult a licensed cosmetologist, before you go to purchase clarifying shampoo on your own knowledge. Okay. And so when you do the clarifying shampoo, this is real key too, that you use that for the first shampoo. If it still seems like there's a lot of gook in it, another shampoo. But then after that, you're going to need to do a third shampoo, because what you're going to need is a moisturizing shampoo. You have to make sure the hair is replenished with some um, oils that's going to bring your oil level back into balance. And so you don't just do clarifying shampoo and leave it alone and go to conditioner. It can make your hair stiff, okay, and not have any movability. So if you need to do one clarifying shampoo and it does the job to get all the gook out, then follow it up with a moisturizing shampoo. Okay. If you need to do two because you had extra gook in there, then there's a third shampoo that you need to have happen, and it needs to focus on just making sure those oils are replenished and moisture is brought back into your hair, okay, into your hair and scalp. Okay, and so the next, now that we talked about moisturizing shampoo, is number two, moisturizing shampoo. And so moisturizing shampoo does what it says, adds moisture to your hair. And it's idea for dry or curly hair. And curly hair, not mixing curly hair with dry hair, but it does take on, when your hair is natural, do you use your natural curl? It does take on a more drier state. Okay, that what when the curls start happening, um it the oil depletes, and so you have to make sure, and then it becomes stiff and don't have no movability. And so the moisturizing shampoo will assist in giving some movability to your natural curls, as well as it puts moisture in where it has sucked it up. Okay, but sucked it up and threw it out when our hair is naturally curly. Okay, there's a difference between when we blow it out than when we let it go naturally curly. It sucks it right, that it just sucks it like a sponge. It sucks that oil right up, and it says, "Give me more. Give me my moisture. Give me my moisture." That's like, "Give me my money." I thought that was funny. Anywho, all right, so let's go on to three. Volumizing shampoo. Volumizing shampoo is a shampoo that does what it says. It adds body and fullness to our hair, especially for those who are fine, have fine hairs and have limp hair, meaning it doesn't have body, limp hair that doesn't have body. And I mean, people who have full hair like I do, you can use it if you want your hair to be fuller and plumpier. Like, I like big hair. I'm big hair, don't care. So if you like me, volumizing is okay for you as well. It's there's moisture in volumizing shampoo, so it doesn't take away from that. So it can also work well for curly hair girls as well, if you don't mind being extra grow. Just grow. Sometimes you could walk outside with your natural hair and just feel it grow, get bigger, 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 you know. And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah. And sometimes I'm like, that is not what I needed you to do today. It is what it is. So volumizing shampoo is something to look into if you have fine hairs. Even if you have a lot of hair, you still can have fine hairs. I have a lot of hair, but my hairs are not fine. They are plump. And I have lost a lot of hair because of this menopause that's going on. Got a nerve to come and take some of my hair strands. And so my hair is a lot more drier than it's ever been, because of the depletion of what's going on in my body, the nutrients that is leaving as I'm getting older. So I gotta put more back into my body, and my hair is attached to my body. So it's going to be affected as well. So I'm going through the process and, trying to make sure I got to change my routine of what I used to do and what I was used to. And that happens for us, not even as we get older, the changes, but for women, let's go through that real quick. We go through so many changes in our lives physically that just happen. And so as we go through these changes, and not just the 40 and over, 50 and over changes, we're talking about even from, being a preteen to a teen, from being, the one digit to the double digit, in our lives, some 9 to 10, like just changes that young ladies go through, we as women go through. And when those changes happen, lots of things have to change. Deodorants is one of them. Certain scents, like body sprays, we can't use no more, and we have to change it accordingly, and see what is needed for our new selves, our selves that are growing and maturing. Okay, and so that's where I am. And so volumizing shampoo is something that may work for you, for the fine hair or the limp hair person. Okay, next is color safe shampoo for color treated hair. I have color in my hair. Most of it is really from the gray hairs. It is not really from a high lift at all. So, but still, anyway, I want to say also color safe shampoo is wonderful for gray hair, because gray hair shows up and acts like it's as a hair dry hair, and we need to moisturize it, so it acts as color treated hair. So you can use color safe shampoo on your gray hair, as well as blue shampoo to brighten it up. And that's something else, but that's something that a licensed cosmetologist uses. I don't know if you guys buy that for personal use, but that's something you can talk to your hairstylist about. If you have, let's say, over 40%, 40 and over percent of gray hair. Yeah, I think 40% is good, because it depends on how it grew in, how thick and where in the front, and if it's PC through for like little highlights, or if it's thick. It just depends, because I have a big streak in the front, and then I have little pieces in the back, and I tend to want to make sure that that thick piece, even though I'm like under 40%, I want that thick piece to be shining when I was wearing it gray. Then I'm red now, but yeah. So anywho, you can ask your stylist about the blue shampoo, okay, for the gray hair. And the color safe shampoo can help as well, and it's a moisturizer as well, and that's formulated to be gentle. Okay, so it's gentle. We don't want to do harsh um harsh shampoos on our hair. Like, some clarifying shampoos will dry that color hair out. Nowadays they mix a lot of moisturizer with clarifying shampoo, so if you're doing like updos and lots of product to get these updos done to our hair, um, or dreads, twists, with the heavy, um, not the oils, but the heavy pomades. Um, you will need a volumizing, like a deep cleansing shampoo, but you would want to make sure that it's one that has some moisture to it, and then you still want to follow it up with a color shave shampoo to get the more moisture to it as well. Okay, and that helps maintain the vibrancy, also the color safe shampoo, of the color, so it doesn't fade so quickly. Okay, so it keeps the vibrancy till you want to change it. Okay, and so lastly, I want to go over the sulfate-free shampoo. Now, a lot of us with natural, are wearing our natural hair, meaning no chemicals outside of color. I'll say outside of color, even though that's a chemical, but I want to say outside of color treated, but no other chemicals. So like relaxers or perms, um, anything that is changing our structure of our curl pattern. Okay. And so sulfate free shampoos are usually used for those who don't do those things. And it has it's resistant, like it's not harsh. When I want to say resistant, it lacks harsh cleansing agents. Okay. And so it makes it gentler for our natural hair, and it's less drying. So it kind of acts like it acts like a moisturizing shampoo. But with moisturizing shampoo, there's more cleansing agents in that. And so when our hair is in our natural state, it is fragile. Like it is, we got to be gentle with our natural hair. It looks like it's gonna knock somebody out, but it's gentle. It's gentle. Okay, so we need to not be combing it all hard and brushing it all hard and knocking it all over the place. It's going to act up on you. It's going to act up on you. Okay. So it's sensitive. Uh, think opposite of what you've been doing. It's sensitive. Okay. And so sulfate free shampoo is ideal for sensitive scalps as well, and our delicate natural hair. Okay. So those shampoos that I went over, there were 5. One was a clarifying shampoo. 2 was moisturizing shampoo. 3 was volumizing shampoo. 4 color safe shampoo, and 5 sulfate free shampoo. Which one do you think you need from the description that I gave you for the uses and what might be going on with your hair? Okay, so make sure you choose a shampoo based on your hair type and the needs, and always follow with a suitable conditioner to lock the moisture in. Okay, everyone. I hope that you learned something today. This is Beauty Throughout, coming to you. My name is Monisha, and I am the CEO of Beauty Throughout. And hope that you are able to take some of this information in, be able to use it, get understanding from this video so that you can bring healthier results to your hair. And that's what I'm here for, because inside and out is your beauty throughout. And for the outside beauty is very important. I like to focus more on the foundation, because if your foundation is not right, if it's faulty, if it's crackly, if it's wobbly, you ain't gonna have no good outcome. And so I'm all for the glam, I'm all for the cute, I'm all for adding the hair, the wigs, the pieces here and there, the color and all of that fun stuff, so that we can be fly and fresh to death. However, I like to be able to take my wigs off and I don't scare my husband. I like to take my wig off and I still have some hair looking supple and beautiful. Okay. And so I don't like hiding underneath of a mask. And I know people have some concerns that they use wigs, for and weaves for. I understand about alopecia and all of that stuff, those coming back from cancer or cancer patients or whatever the situation is in that aspect. That's different. We're talking about when we are already made and molded and beautiful into what God has created us to be. But you just need better understanding of how to take care of your scalp and hair. And that's where I come in. I see you beauties, and I've seen you for over 30 years. And I say, oh, they are so beautiful. They don't have to do all of that or all the time, all the time. Okay. And so I I say, I think if when people know better, they do better. And I'm here to give you information for you to be on the know, and then make your decisions from there. And so your outcome will be your outcome, but I am here to at least give you some information that you may not have known. Okay. And so also, I want you to um, go and subscribe and like my videos on my social pages. Um, I underscore am underscore beauty throughout on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, beauty throughout, and I am on Facebook, beauty throughout. I'm on TikTok also under, I think it's beauty, yeah, beauty throughout. I'm under Nisha too, but beauty throughout is fine on TikTok. I don't do too much on there. However, I want you to check out my social handles because I am going to be launching my own beauty products. It will start off with shampoo and a conditioner because that is the first thing that you need to understand. I might be able to push out the oil, but we'll see. But the shampoo and the conditioner. And so I want you guys to be able to have good product that I believe in. So that you will be able to show your beauty properly and your hair will thank you. And I will talk about my products at a different time because it is something special that I'm creating it from a situation in my life that I went through. And so I will talk about that at that time when it's soon to launch my products. But I've been in the business for a while. I am big on hair care. I am big on knowing the beauty that is with inside you. I am big on foundation. And when all of that is straight, and I say go wild out then, get if you know that you're taking care of yourself after you put your clothes on, after you put your wigs on and all those other things, you know that you have a good foundation that can outstand the test of time. Okay. And so I'm about to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching my video. And I love you, beauties. I'll talk to you next time with another beauty throughout, some insight on beauty and hair care. Okay. See you, beauties.